The other's season is over. It's winner take all. The Big Train hosts the Senators in Game 3 of the Cal Ripken semifinal here in 2026. I'm Carson Cash, joined by Zach Lewis, and we have had one heck of a series so far, all culminating to the crash point tonight.
Absolutely, and it's been a series of pitching, both games going long stretches with either team score. Big Train pitching really came through in the first game when they were able to win 6-2 last night. The pitching of the Senators got them with Will Pettis having 8 games of perfect pitching.
He was shut out great, everything you wanted to see, but the lineup for both sides has been pretty weak and under 200 average for both sides. We'll go through their lineup very quickly. They will be led off by Chase Fulford. James Lehman will tail behind with Cole Rame, second baseman, batting in that power spot again. Jackson Hayes and Zach Anderson make out that top 5, which is the exact same as it's been for Game 1 and 2. Yenli Nolasco, Mason Adams, Bryce Palms, and Jack Ewert, who have all played previously, will have the floor as the Big Train defense comes tailing.
Well, it's a slightly different defense than we saw the other night. The catcher tonight is TJ Gramercy, who's been playing more center field. Infield is made up of Gonzalez at first, right at second, and third is Panette. With shortstop is Cal Johnson tonight. Casey Carpenter is the DH, so that means there's no Kieran Coleman tonight. Fuscolo in left, center is Wilhack, and right is Malvazio.
We'll be right back in just a moment. Austin Monahan will take the start for the Big Train here on the Big Train Baseball Network for Game 3 of the Cal Ripken Senior League semifinals. Welcome back to Bethesda. We've got TJ Gramesty here on that dish with the side of Sean Monahan, or Austin Monahan, excuse me. Sean Monahan, a former Flames forward. Austin Monahan, this will be his ninth appearance of the season, fourth start. Quite the interesting season. He was perfect out of the bullpen, Zach, but all 8 of his earned runs came from the starting spot in his last 3 appearances.
Well, as you mentioned, he was a monster of a reliever for the Big Train in his appearances. As his starter has struggled a little bit, kind of with that new mentality. A lot of relieving for him at the State College of Florida as well.
This one in the air by Chase Fulford, who will lead off their side. Fulford with James Lehman, Cole Rame. That's a pretty good start of the lineup for them today. He was good in the regular season, but as of late has been a little bit stagnant. Especially yesterday, they only scored 2 runs. Neither of those 3 guys contributed. As this one fouled backwards. None of them, I believe, scored other than the likes of Cole Rame. Came across on a fielder's choice by Kyla Wynn, who's in right for them tonight. But 0-2 count quickly for Monahan. Key tonight will be hitting the strike zone.
Absolutely. He does have 21 strikeouts on the season so far. Only 8 earned runs in his 20.1 innings pitched. So really good return there.
First 3 pitches, all strikes. That one a foul ball. He skied into left field there. Kind of in the pickleball courts of Cabin John Regional Park, of which Shirley Povich sits inside of here in technically Rockville, Maryland, for the Bethesda area. As back into an 0-2 count. Monahan, and a good breaking ball is a little bit high. Missed upstairs, and that breaking ball going to be the key. It's what's got him into trouble is the issues with hitting that into the zone. He has got himself 12 walks on this season, most of them coming in that start. Otherwise, he's been lights out. 1-2. Outside again, and the count rolls to 2-2, and all even.
Well, it's a winner-go-home game tonight, and the key for both teams is going to be who can come up with big hitting plays. Neither team, as you mentioned in the open, has been able to do that so far in this series.
2-2 misses high, and a full count earned for Chase Fulford. He leads the league in stolen bases, 1 for 2 in this series, as well as in these playoffs. Did not steal a base against Silver Spring Tacoma in their game 1, the only game of the knockout round. 3-2. This one slugged pretty well into center field. Chasing after it is Ethan Hack. It'll roll off the backspin, and Hack will get there in time. So out number 1 acquired, and the Big Train stop a streak of what has been now 5 games in a row with the opening or first runner of the game getting on.
Will Hack there doing a good job to move his feet and get underneath that one. It's a good first out to start for the defense of the Big Train.
Both sides not hitting spectacularly this playoffs. Big Train, their offense, a little bit in a rough spot. Team as a whole, a 494 OPS with a 175 average. Only 10 hits in these 2 games for this side. 9 strikeouts, more than the walks. You mentioned how important walks are as that first pitch misses to James Lehman. Their side, 1-0. Breaking ball in there for strike 1. James Lehman has lost the top 2 buttons tonight of his jersey. Pretty pronounced look.
Feeling breezy here in a pretty normal summer night. Not too hot, not too cold. A really nice, around 85 degrees here.
Slugged into left, hard hit ball as Foscolo will try to his left to get it. So 2 pretty well struck pitches off of Monahan. We will see just what that will result to in later innings, but for now it's 2 outs. Going the way of the Big Train early as that one's a line out in the left. Cole Rame to be brought up.
Couple tweaks from Sal Colangelo's lineup today. Maybe trying to find a little more on-base percentage in Casey Carpenter coming into the lineup. He was going in the first 2 games of the series for hitting, and that's not quite worked, so maybe needing to grab a couple more walks and on-base players from the lineup.
0-1 outside to Cole Rame. He's had a pretty good series, been one of the lone hitters for the Senators in these playoffs that have been quite good. Rame, 879 OPS in his 3 games of the playoffs, 1-1. Good breaking ball in there. He's collected 5 hits in his 12 ABs as well as a walk, 2 RBIs. That leads this team. They've only scored a combined 7 runs in 3 games. 1-2. In there for strike 3. A breaking ball caught him looking. He froze him as we'll head to the bottom half here scoreless. Seems like these pitcher duels have been the theme. We'll see if that stays.
The Home Run Cafe, Kona Ice, and Max's Best Ice Cream. All your favorites from around town, right here at Boca.
Hello and welcome back to Shirley Povich. Bottom half of the first inning, it'll be Ryan Conrad on for the start tonight. He got the save yesterday, so getting some double duty tonight as he has the opportunity to go back-to-back games, make a huge impact as he got his first save of the year yesterday.
Well, Ryan Conrad came in the top of the ninth and did a really good job to send the big train home without any runs scored and preserve that 2-0 lead that they had. He hasn't had too many innings so far this season with the Senators, so coming in a really big moment and delivering a really great inning.
So no score graphic for now. We'll keep you updated with the score. It's 0-0 as that one is a pitch missed in the high part of the zone. 1-0 count quickly for the likes of TJ Gramesty, who's yet to get a hit in these playoffs. Big train lineup as follows. We had Gramesty, Wright, Gonzalez, Malvazio, Panette, Carpenter, Johnson, Foscolo, and Hack. Pretty standard lineup for Bethesda. As the 2-0 now, Gramesty watched two go by. He's actually not gotten on base at all for the walk and hit by pitch leader, as well as average leader of the league. Strike in there on the 2-1. It's been a bat that has just been really silent, and you just don't expect that from a guy like Gramesty, who's been so hot all year.
Southern Maryland pitching kind of having Big Train's numbers aside from 1 or 2 innings in that first match in the series.
2-2 count. Gramesty fouls one back to that left side. Conrad delivers and breaking ball high. 3-2 count quickly. He will try and tail what is going to be a tough task from yesterday to match. Pettis going 97 pitches, 8 innings, had a fantastic day. The ideal day for a ground baller, was highly efficient, only had 5 base runners the whole game, 2 of them in the same inning, as one grounded or smashed down the left field line. It hits the ground foul. 3-2, he stays alive. Gramesty a lot more slug in that bat as of late before the playoffs.
Well, it really was. He hit a home run shot against Olney in the last regular season game and had really been carrying the ball pretty far. It kind of went cold in the starting spot in the lineup the last couple games.
3-2, it's fouled backwards towards us. Make its way into the seats, and Gramesty stays alive. Now on pitch 8 of this first AB. They're going to try and get as far as they can, or quick as they can, into this bullpen. As Ryan Conrad, Ballast-Inwood, Pennsylvania native, 6'3", 185, going into what will be his second year at Villanova. As this one pieced well into the gap, going to be a tough play on it, and it'll get down in front of the likes of Ewart. Base hit to start things off. Bethesda, they've got a base runner early.
Well, Gramesty there feeling like he was due for one, and he does a great job getting that one down in between the 2 fielders there. A really good start to the Big Train's inning, as they need to get runners on, and that often motivates them to hit even better with people on bases and in scoring position.
So it'll be the second man, Brennan Wright, one of 5 All-Stars in this lineup.
It's really nice to have Wright in this second spot as his MO is just getting on base. It's really hard to strike him out or even get a fly out against him, as he is going to put pitchers and force them to long at-bats.
Half swing on the 1-0, it's chopper down, foul. 1-1 count quickly for Wright, who tends to see himself always hitting pull side, and it's ideal to have him in the second part of the lineup if you are the side of Southern Maryland. You want to try and force a ground ball. You want to try and figure something out. Maybe get a double play ball down. They've had a few, already 4 double plays for the Senators in these 2 games.
Defenses for both teams playing really well in these opening 2 games of the series.
Gramsci goes, the team leader in stolen bases, but the 1-1 is fouled backwards. Thought he had maybe actually gotten on base, but that one is fouled away. 1-2 count quickly for Wright.
Chuck's back. Checks it umpire quickly. That was foul, right?
Yeah,
That's back.
That was foul, right? The 1-2 will go through the defensive order after the second batter here. Ground ball right side, and this one's going to get through. 2 runners early as back-to-back singles for Brennan Wright into right field where Nolasco fielded. Ewert, Palms make up the other side of the outfield with Fulford, Rain up that middle end. Hayes and Lehman will make the corners up again. The exact same infield and battery as Anderson. It dishes behind the plate. Emilio Gonzalez with 2 runners on. Not the guy you want to see. He's been the only big train hitter who's been able to get anything going, Zach.
Well, Emilio Gonzalez is always going to do what he does, and this is his 3rd season with the big train. Triple Crown winner last season, and he is always going to have the potential to get everything on a ball. Specifically pitches left over the middle of the zone.
First pitch missing as Gonzalez, who is hitting .429, 500, 714 on that slash line. These playoffs, 7 ABs, 3 hits, and got himself a walk as well. Only driven in 1 run. The Big Train have scored 6 in this series, all on that first game, as that one kind of a chopper down that right side. He's ahead of a fastball, which is the opposite of where he started this season. Was kind of between the fastball and changeup. Conway with early traffic. Does not want to let anybody on the Beltway come all the way around. 1-1. Ground ball up the middle. Taylor made double play ball as Rain bobbles it. Can't get it to first as he tries to grab it twice, and he misses both times. An error, and the Big Train have got them surrounded early. 3 base runners to start the first.
Well, very uncharacteristic from the Senators' defense. They did not miss a single play in the field yesterday, except for maybe 1.
It's ruled an error. I'm not sure. That ball hit 100 miles an hour. It tips off the top of the glove as an error. Zach Malvazio will come up, and I'll make a brief note on the infield. I said Coleman had 73 strikeouts last year. He only had 13. It's a brief mistake in the JUCO website I was using, and I want to give a shout out to Coleman's family for pointing that out to us. And big shout out to Coleman. He's been very good this season. Didn't seem like a guy who struck out 40% of the time, because it just didn't make a lot of sense to me. And that is ending up being true. He's only had 13, so a K rate under the 10% mark, which is typically viewed as elite. As first pitch misses to Zach Malvazio. Big swing and a miss at that one. Counts 1-1.
Well, I think one of the reasons we mentioned that so many times is it just didn't feel like it made very much sense as how good Coleman was playing for the Big Train. It didn't make sense that this guy would have struck out a lot in college. And guess what? He didn't.
He did not. 1-1. Played at Northeast Mississippi. Big swing and a miss at that curveball from Malvazio. Quickly into a 1-2 hole. He's been 0 for 8 these playoffs, dealing with, I think, some shoulder irritation. Comes the 1-2 now. Big swing and a miss again. It's 3 straight curveballs, and Conway paves the way for out 1.
Malvazio in this series as well has struggled just a little bit with the strikeout. We know his bat and what it's capable of, but the pitchers for the Senators have had him figured out.
So it brings up the likes of Logan Panett. He's been very good this year, over 1,000 OPS. Only snubbed from the All-Star team due to an illness, as this one popped up in the air on the right side of the infield. Lehman will watch it go into the seats. It'll hit and ricochet off of the pavilion then into the bouncy castle. So he's
Not sure it's quite a castle. We'll give it a house.
bouncy bounce house?
Moon bounce house.
I don't know. 0-1. Conway delivers, bases loaded, and that one's sawed off. It's going to go fair. Starts foul initially, and Lehman, I'm not sure what happened there. He seemingly tripped over his own leg, and a runner will score underneath. 3-0 an error. It's not an error, it's a hit.
Well, kind of a really weird thing to happen with that ball after it was hit. It seemed to start foul and go in fair, but I guess it just stayed fair the whole time and took a weird kick off maybe the side of the grass. And Lehman not able to come up with that play, and the big train opened the scoring here.
You don't see an RBI single like that every day. First pitch in there to Casey Carpenter, making his return from a soreness injury. The 0-1 now. Ground ball left side. It's going to get past Fulford. A runner will score. They'll stop Gonzalez at third. And Brennan Wright is in for the second run of the ball game, courtesy of Casey Carpenter's first at-bat since injury.
Well, hitting can always be contagious, and this big train team, you see 2 games like they had, and you're not expecting that. And this is a lot more of the MO of what the big train can do, and they do really well with runners in scoring position. Really great hitting, a really good job from each big train player to do what they can to get themselves on base first.
So a 2-0 start before there's even 2 outs. You mentioned hitting is contagious, and they've got the bug. Cal Johnson, ground ball over the right side. Lehman, another kind of mental mistake, and he's safe at first. Johnson beat it out for an RBI single. Bases are still loaded. It's 3-0 in the Senators defensively unraveling.
I can't believe they didn't get that play in on time. Cal Johnson, a very quick player, so using his legs to earn himself over to first and score another run for the big train.
So it's Ryan Foscolo up now. Left fielder today is going to have an opportunity with bases loaded at the 8th spot in the lineup. Senators struggling very early after a very good defensive day yesterday. They make 3 kind of mistakes. One of them was ruled an error. And quickly seeing some major issues.
5 hits already for the big train, who only had 4 in all of yesterday's game.
1-0 smashed up the middle. Mistake by Ewert. Not like him, as this one's going to get to the wall. One runner will score. Another coming around. They'll put the stop sign for the third. 5-0 Bethesda, courtesy of Foscolo's double.
The beginning of this game, exactly what the big train wanted, and feels pretty atypical to how the rest of the series went. Lots of hard-fought defensive duels, pitcher duels from the first 2 games. This one is blown wide open in the bottom of the first. 5-0, the big train lead.
So 5-0 in this first inning. I was going to mention this at some point during the broadcast because I thought maybe we'd have another pitcher's duel, but interestingly, we have not seen a game this season where the Senators and the big train have scored in more than 3 frames. Every single time, other than 1 game away, they have scored all of their runs in 3 frames, and it's kind of going the same here. 5-0 in this first inning. Conway, who had the save yesterday to end a 8-inning game for Pettis, has not had the way he wants it after it's been almost 4 defensive mistakes, one of them ruled an error.
You mentioned it's interesting, the big train hitting usually comes in waves a little bit, and I think it's kind of a mark of a really good hitting team because you recognize when the opportunities to pounce on the guys on base and kind of recognizing the work your teammates did ahead of you in order to kind of back that up well, and the big train have used that to their advantage, and I think it's part of what led them to a 10-game winning streak in the near end of the season.
If their hitting comes in waves, it's been a tsunami so far. 5-0 as the tailman in the lineup, Will Hack, will have a go. First pitch missing. The infield now all in again. They were not playing in earlier. Fulford really far up on the grass there. Far more than his other teammates who were kind of on the lip or just in front of it. Fulford's about 2 or 3 steps forward as the rest of them is. That one's missed low. 1-1 count quickly. Or he swung, 0-2 count.
Did, I guess, just complete his swinging motion there. Not complete, but go far enough that it's count a swing.
0-2, Conway with that over-the-head motion. Foul backwards. Hack survives on a breaking ball that was, I think, maybe hung a little bit more than Conway had left it, or wanted to leave it in the zone. 5-0 hole. We've seen the big train give up 18 unanswered to the Senators this season. As this one hit very well into center, Ewert's going to have to come in on it. It'll get down. A runner will score, and the big train are up 6-0.
Well, the defensive shift not exactly paying off as they wanted to, as they brought guys forward, and then Ewert pushed further back, and the ball gets down just in front of him there as the hitter for the big train, Will Hack, adjusted well and hit it to the spot he needed to.
So, TJ Gramesty, the leadoff man in this game, they've batted around in the bottom of the first. Scoreboard can't believe it, it's turned off.
It's back.
It's back. Gramesty singled to get things going here. There's only one out. An error and a few defensive mistakes have led us here 6-0 in the first as pickoff back to first with only one out.
Well, as a team, you never want to see the full lineup in the first inning, and not a great sign for the Senators as they look to find some new solutions to get some outs and get this game moving.
Well, you do like to see the entire lineup in the first inning. You just like to see it on paper, and unfortunately for the Senators, tonight's game was not played on paper. They went 1 through 9 back to the 1 very quickly. 7 hits. That is almost the entire amount they have had in this entire series. 10 hits, as they had 6 on day 1 for yesterday. And a 2-0 count to Gramesty is pointing to this parade might continue.
Still a very difficult situation to manage for.
Comebacker up the middle. Perfect double play ball. Rame gets it this time. So they get their 5th grounded double play of the series, but it's 6-0 Bethesda. What a first inning. They're right on track on the rails to the championship. Do the Senators have a reply?
Senators 0. Fans, you can support the team during our 27th season by participating.
So, quite the start for Bethesda. It's 6 runs on 7 hits in the first inning. Quite the hope they were going for here as the Southern Maryland Senators They have their bats going once again. They went 3 up, 3 down in the first. They find themselves now up in the second with one heck of a hole to climb out of. Ground ball right side collected by Brennan Wright. Second baseman will have out number 1 of this inning.
Some weird plays. You mentioned there was one error last night, but it was a tough play for the Senators to make, and they were very, very good on the plays they needed to make in the field. Kind of some weird ones to start. A couple balls that took some weird bounces off the grass and some weird areas. A couple of drop throws that are, drop fielding that is just uncharacteristic of the Senators' defense.
So the winner tonight will go on to play only tomorrow. It's still a very young ball game, and keep in mind the Senators put up 18 unanswered in just 2 innings against Bethesda when they were up 9-0 at North Point Field earlier this season. 1-0 as that one's just outside. We have seen ball games flip on their head in this league very, very quickly and very suddenly. This game, with how these teams have been playing, could not have another hit in it, or we could see something like this, as this one's very well struck out to center, and no wind to help it. It dies right at the warning track. That had at least gone 370.
Well, you mentioned this is not uncharted territory for either team, as the Big Train did give up a huge lead to lose the Senators early this season at their place. Something a little bit different, though, about the feeling of being in Shirley Povich. They have lost the Senators here, but kind of in their home field advantage, a little more settled under themselves.
Including these playoffs, the Senators are 3-2 against Bethesda, as that one strike 1 to Yenli Nolasco, Georgia State pitcher is played 2 ways in high school, and he's in right field tonight. 0-1. Ground ball up the middle, collected by Cal Johnson over his head. Throw to first is in time. So 3 up, 3 down, twice in a row for Monahan, as we head now to the bottom of the second, up 6-0 for Bethesda.
Clear.
Yeah, I saw it. Welcome back to Bethesda, where the Big Train lead 6-0 in this Game 3 winner-take-all of the Cal Ripken Senior League 2026 semifinals. Carson Cass with Zach Lewis. It's been a good ball game so far. Big Train's had the bats going early as we enter the second inning now with Brennan Wright leading things off. Big Train batted around in the first.
In the bottom of the second is Brennan Wright's second plate appearance already, as you mentioned.
Second pitch he took to center and got a pretty good base hit took the right, got a pretty good base hit for the pull-hitting lefty as quick 2-0 count for Wright. Does not swing with a lot of power, but he has been fantastic at getting on base. Guy you love to have at the start of this lineup. He's led the league in grounded to double plays, though that has not affected him from being extremely valuable to this lineup.
Well, only 2 Big Train players walked away from that first inning without getting on base.
3-0.
The second and third out were ground out into double play.
Strike at the knees, so Conway avoids the walk early. Does not want to put another leadoff man on. Big Train has seen the Senators go down 3 up, 3 down. Senators have Only gotten 3 outs as that one's a strike. Called on the outside portion of the plate. 3-2 and right through his bat.
Wright was convinced that was just too far outside. The home plate umpire did not agree. Definitely close to that outside portion of the zone. Might have clipped part of it.
3-2. Comes Conway again. Ground ball right side, softly hit off of the own foot, of Brendan Wright, so that'll be called a foul ball.
Yeah. Give himself a couple paces to make sure his foot is feeling all right. A little sore after that one. Understandably so.
Curious to see who the big train will baton to. We saw them have a 9-0 lead last time they were in Southern Maryland, where Tyrese Johnson walked 4 in a row. And then Terry Kaler followed Capuano, who did not get an out, as this is right up the middle and a base hit for Brendan Wright. Second hit of the ball game in only the second inning. Big Trainer at 8 hits total, which is more than either game, and 18 hits now in this series.
Well, Wright may be happy there that he didn't get called back, or that he did get called back, and it wasn't a walk, and instead gets to first base on a hit.
Gonzalez hit a soft grounder last time he came up, as the reigning 2025 most outstanding hitter has a case for it this year as well. First pitch missing to him. Reached on an error at second base. Colrame had maybe a double play ball, made the bobble on it. 1-0. Hit very well into right field. Gonzalez destroyed that. 8-0. The Big Train have run away with it.
That ball is mashed over the fence by Emilio Gonzalez. He calmly jogs through the bases after that one, and the Big Train have seen this one blown wide open here in Bethesda at Shirley Povich.
Emilio Gonzalez has not had the power he had in previous years, but as his third year in the Big Train, he has never seen a season where he has not won a championship. He is making sure that will not be the case tonight. 8-0. As Zach Malvazio will trail an Emilio Gonzalez 2-run shot.
Truly an incredible hit there. That one, you knew off the bat it was gone.
I have not seen a ball hit that hard this season, flat out. Curious to know how hard that was off of the bat. We'll get that at some point or later. As the 0-1 now. Breaking ball a little bit high to Zach Malvazio. I mean, oh my goodness. Malvazio hits this well right up the middle to center. It's gonna get over the wall. She's gonna go. Back-to-back homers for Bethesda. Train is on track. Station's nowhere near them. They are far away, 9-0. Trying to get to the ship, and they are very close, Zach.
And it's a 1-2 punch. Could that have been the knockout blow? We'll have to wait and see, but home runs from Malvazio there. 2 in a row for Big Train, and the Senators don't know what hit them.
Conway did. He'll leave this game with 9 scored against him. I only believe 5 of them will be earned. That will be his night, as this is the second mound visit he has seen. Bit unfortunate, had the save yesterday, did not get the same luck. The Big Train have put up 9 runs and 10 hits. That is more than they have put up in the entire series, combined in runs, and tying the full series in hits. We'll be right back as the new man comes out of the bullpen for Southern Maryland. So it'll be the Chesapeake College JUCO product. Ryan Ludlow will be entering his second year at Chesapeake College this fall, but he's got some things to do before then, namely try and shut down this Big Train offense, which has been red hot, to say the least.
Been unstoppable, I think, mostly is the word, as they haven't found a solution for him yet. Ludlow, this will be his 5th appearance with the Senators so far. 8.1 innings pitched. ERA of 4.32. Interestingly, a whip all the way up at 2.68. So managed to do well in jam work there. Does have 7 strikeouts as well as 4 earned runs on his season so far. He'll look to be the solution for Southern Maryland.
So Logan Panett, it's 9-0 before the Senators have a base runner in the second inning. It'll be Ludlow's opportunity to try and get this game under control, as he's swinging a miss at that one. In the regular season, he had a 4.32 ERA mentioned, but hitters only hit .222 against them. It was 9 walks that kind of paved some difficulties, but he did get out of a lot of jams. 0-1. Here it's nobody on. It doesn't have to be a stopper just yet, but he kind of really needs to be if the Senators want to try and pass a bill to win this thing.
Definitely need to come up with some outs, and some outs quickly.
1-1. Panett skies this one on the infield, a little bit now into the outfield as Rame reaches back and gets there. So out number 1 acquired at the cost of 9 runs so far, as back-to-back homers from Gonzalez and Malvazio is how we got here. If you're just tuning in, I know it's very early, 9-0. This game, 40 minutes already. We were in the 5th inning yesterday at this point.
Well, defense was the name of the game yesterday and flew through. Big Train, their bats extending this one already.
So Malvazio went 105 off the bat, 385, and Emilio 101. That thing went 402. An absolute no doubter, as this one's going to land right on top of the Kona ice truck. Takes a foul ball there, a big ricochet. There's now an 0-2 count for the likes of Casey Carpenter. He had an RBI single his first time through. 7 members of this Big Train lineup have an RBI now. Pitch misses high. Only 2 who have not have all scored every time they've gotten on. TJ Gramesty, 1 for 2, scored on a single. Brendan Wright, 2 for 2, scored on both singles. 1-2 from Ludlow. Big swing and a miss, and he cuts down the second as 2 quick outs. They wish on their side they had gotten maybe Ludlow to start here.
Cal Johnson.
And it's hard to make a decision on that specifically. Ryan Conrad did have a very good end to yesterday's game. Came in and was very effective in his few pitches thrown. So
Johnson watches strike 1 on the outside. Very good season for Johnson. Was named to the All-Star team. Started that game as well. As that one just outside, 1-1 count. Mention with Johnson how good he's been, and a walk-off on Father's Day. Skied in the air to the left. It'll churn out foul as the Big Train look for a little bit more butter from their bats, as they have just lathered it on to start. Comes the 1-2 from Ludlow. Fouled backwards. Monahan, the other starter, has gotten a lot of breaks between his 2 appearances tonight. He had that start, obviously, and then he sat down for about 25 minutes, and getting pretty long in this inning here as the 1-2 misses. Did he go? No, he did not.
Johnson not going to go too far after his Big Train season, as he will play College Park, Maryland team, next year.
Head eastward as this one popped up in the air on the infield. Chasing his Hayes, and he will get there for out number 3. So 3 runs put up in this second inning. Big Train 9-0 on the backs of a Gonzalez 2-run homer and a solo shot right after by Malvazio. What a start for Bethesda.
0. All right, fans, thanks to Emilio Gonzalez's home.
So the Senators hitless through 2 as we head now into this third inning, top of that very tris, as the Big Train up 9-0 on the Big Train Baseball Network. First pitch in there, breaking ball from Monahan, who's been dealing tonight a strikeout, but just drawing weak contact on the ground and in the air during the second inning, but got some help on 2 hard hit balls in the first, as that one missing again.
Well, the Senators only needed 2 runs to win last night. They're going to need probably a whole lot more than that here to come back from this one, a 9-run hole they've gotten themselves in.
If they want to win, they'll at least need double digits, and 2-1, that one misses. Monahan saw the biggest difficulties in his 2 starts in the first, third, and fourth inning. 2 has always been pretty clean. He's not actually allowed a run in 3 starts prior during the second inning. We're here in the top of the third, 2-1. Mason Adams, who has only got a hit, he's 1 for 8 in this series. The total playoffs, Adams has got is 1 for 10. As that one misses, 5 strikeouts as well to his total. Looking for his first walk now. Sawed off backwards. We'll go pitch 7 here for Monahan, who's been struggling to hit the zone in that 3 and 4 innings specifically. Walks are what is going to let this other side come back into this game specifically.
Monahan wants to be careful of that.
Ground ball, base hit. Adams has a second. He's 2 for 11 now these playoffs, and they've got a leadoff man in the third. Offense finally going for the Senators, who have been stuck in some kind of lobbying dispute against the Big Train on the mound as 9-0 start. A filibuster of runs, if you will.
He might. That one hit pretty slowly, but gets through kind of in the perfect spot. It's enough to take it through and pass Brennan right into Malvasio.
Big wave at it from Palms. Had hit yesterday, as he is a pitcher out of Youngstown State. He pitched in the first game. 5 innings of shutout ball helped them go forward. Ground ball right side, and it's a base hit. 2-1 early now for the Senators. Really interesting. I mean, we talk about this score was the exact score we saw after the third inning in the last time that the Senators went down 9-0.
Big Train maybe with a little bit of flashbacks happening here. Those singles both hit pretty much the exact same spot, just bouncing in the dirt before getting into right field.
First pitch in there to Jack Ewert. think maybe a little bit outside. When it fit into the glove, but it caught the front part of the zone, left out of the front door. Or back door, excuse me. Of the zone. 0-1. Big swing and a miss. You were down 0-2. He is 2 for 7 in this series. Has not seen anything tonight. Overall playoffs, he actually had a pretty good day. 2 hit and 2 tries. As this one in the air to right, it's going to get down. So very quickly, it's 3 straight singles for the Senators, and they are not going to go down easy.
No, the Senators would love the chance to be in the championship game, and specifically be in the championship game and not have to face Bethesda in it. That's not something that they have seen before. Looking for the opportunity to play the Crop Dusters starting potentially tomorrow.
So quickly into a bases loaded jam, and just a few pitches after the 7th of at-bat number 1 to Adams comes Palms, who is on second, as this one's sky in the air to right. Malvazio will track under it, and that should be enough to score the runner. No, it will not. They will not test the arm of Malvazio, but it gets away from Gramesty. Stuck in the netting. Is it out of play? No. I think they're trying to levy that one may have gone out of play into advanced runners, but it does not. Instead, it's just an out. And quickly, Chase Fulford is unable to bring anything in as James Lehman comes.
Well, Bonahan grabbed the one quickly out of the net. Sure that nobody got home on that one. Playing a little cautious there, the Senators. Don't want to give up more outs than they need to, as they want to maximize their scoring on this.
Lehman hits one well, but Gonzalez steals it. He can't get back to first. An absolute robbery from the all-star first baseman, and you're seeing why. Out number 2 on the line out.
Well, it's a great stretch from Gonzalez there. Gets the ball into his glove. Almost able to complete it into a fly-out double play, but Senators man dives back into the base just in time.
So 8 pitches in the first at-bat. Since that, it's been 8 pitches to get through the next 4 batters. Here comes Cole Rain, batting third with runners everywhere. Right up the middle, and it's going to get down. Maybe extra bases. No, it dies in the outfield. 1 runner will score. Palms will follow, and he tries to go to second. Nobody's covering. 2 runs on the double in the big train. Their lead only now 9-2.
Well, 2 hits got into the glove of Big Train, and the third one there for the Senators opens up their scoring. That one extends into a double as the transfer to the throw does not go the Big Train's way, and 2 scored with 2 on still for the Senators.
I would not be surprised if the Senators could find their way back into this one. They are really just a lineup that is hard to beat. They have a positive record versus the 2 teams that be in the championship if they lost tonight. 3-1 against only 3-2 against Bethesda before tonight, so they would be total 6-5 against the 2 teams in the championship, as that one misses outside from Monahan.
Definitely interesting when you see a team that has played very well against the top teams in the league and just dropped maybe silly games to lower level teams.
First pitch missing outside. Second one does the same in the dirt, and a 2-0 count. Hitters plate for Jackson Hayes. Outside again, and Monahan now struggling to hit the zone. Been very good out of the pen, but only earned runs against him as a starter. 5 appearances out of the pen this year. He was excellent. 3-0. And that one in there, it's good. Fastball, close to Broadway. Red light was on for Hayes. Three-one again. Ground ball up the middle. The comebacker gets past one. Can the play be made by right over at first? No, safe. Tough play on it, and an RBI single. 9-3 now the lead for Bethesda, as they only trail by a little bit more.
Definitely complete antithesis to what we've been watching these last 2 games between the Senators and the Big Train. This one exciting early as the Senators find a way to respond. 4 runs scored now in the top of the third for them.
We keep mentioning it, but that game at their place where they scored 18 unanswered, it's hard to not think back to that whenever they go down big because you feel like this team can get anything done. It's the 4th run that is plated potentially. I'm sure, yeah, excuse me, the 4th run that is plated there as Hayes' RBI is single. As this one hit in the air to right. Pretty sure there is 9-3 is our score. I'm unsure where another run were to come across. We'll be right back. Scoreboard says otherwise. We'll let you know the full score in just a moment on the Big Train Baseball Network. Hasn't quite been pickleball, not too back and forth just yet if it does come, but 9-3. Big Train concede 3 runs in the 3rd inning to the Senators as they almost bat around. Zach Anderson, who hit the home run yesterday, 0 for 2 with 2 deep flyouts, as that one, first pitch missed to the likes of Ryan Foscolo.
Foscolo trying to get in on the action here. As mentioned, Senators with a good response that last inning.
He had a double in his first appearance as he skies this one into center. First time in a lead runner has gone down for this side of the Senators, and that's out number 1.
Well, we know the Senators are capable of putting together multiple innings of good defense and pitching. Didn't find that in the first 2, but wanted to turn this one around as quickly as possible, and that definitely starts. Well, they started already with offense, but now they have to back it up with their defense.
Hack 1 for 1 with an RBI tonight. 2 for 4 this series as that one's flied backwards. Definitely a hotter start for at the time when the playoffs started, struggling bat for Hack, who in a few appearances at the plate has done a really good job with them. 0-1. Missed low from Ludlow. Played out of Chesapeake College last year, saw 30 innings there. 4-1 record with a 9 ERA. He saw a lot of bulk inning relief. 1-1 and in there. Strike 2 quickly for Hackes. Watches one kind of right at the knees. Good breaking ball. Fell out towards the back part of the zone. 1-2. Sky in the air and foul.
Ludlow came in and was definitely the solution that the Senators were looking for. Able to navigate the last couple of outs for the Senators in the bottom of the 2nd, looking to do the same here.
1-2, lined, caught by Fulford. Good play from the shortstop. Leads the league in stolen bases, but, his glove is quite good, too. Something to watch out for as the line out will be out number 2.
Good play by Fulford, brings up the top of the lineup. Now, starting again for the third time, TJ Gramesty.
Gramesty, first hit of the series as he started all three. As his first hit as a catcher, and there's his signature trademark. Gets hit by another pitch, and will go to first. Ludlow's first base runner via the hit by pitch.
He's been clobbered by plenty this season, TJ, and shows his frustration a little bit. The pitcher, Ludlow, also a little frustrated with himself, not the way he wanted to walk the last man he could potentially see.
Brennan Wright's 2 for 2. 2 outs as he tries to extend the ring of fire, which so far in every frame, the big train of bat burned the Senators. Ludlow trying to prevent that here, get the first scoreless frame on the board, and try and just get 6 in the next inning, just draw it even as soon as possible. But 1-0 count. Gramesty could go as that one missed outside. 2-0 count. Action pitch here. See him go more on those 2-0s, 3-0s, 3-2s. For the quick base runner Gramesty, who already tried on a 3-2 earlier. That was fouled off.
Who's the team in stolen bases, Gramesty?
High. And Ludlow, some control issues against Wright here.
Wright, always a very patient hitter, so when he can see his pitcher is struggling just a little bit to find their control, he's going to sit and wait and be patient.
3-0, they find the zone there as Ludlow, good pitch delivered. 3-1 count. Brennan Wright, the man on first, which is Gramesty, first base runner for Ludlow, who relieved the start from Ryan Conlon. Ryan Ludlow, another Ryan strike, and the second time on a 3-1 tonight that Brennan Wright has thought it was a ball. His third plate appearance, as this is in his first, he roped a single, down the line in right.
Seemed frustrated, but not wanting to dwell on it. Hopped back into the box quickly.
Payoff. Runner goes, and this one fouled back. He's a little behind a fastball. Didn't have to swing until then. Senators need an out here. 3-2. Comes Ludlow on the payoff. Inside, and he walked him. More pressure from Bethesda. They've got a runner in scoring position. The big train will rely on Emilio Gonzalez to try and drive him in. And the last time he saw a runner on, he crushed it into right last inning. 4-0-1 over the right field wall. That one was not staying in this ballpark.
Was not, and we knew that the second that it left his bat. You want to see when you put 2 straight on for the big train.
Strike 1 on the inside corner. Gonzalez tonight is 1 for 2. Reached both times and scored both times. An error and a homer. Fouled backwards, and that one is down. So every member of Bethesda tonight has a hit already. It is the third inning, and everyone has a hit. The only person with 2 is Brennan Wright at first. Just absurd. 0-2 as that one outside. You do not see many ball games like this, especially ones that are still technically within reach. I guess they're all within reach, but the 1-2 now. Ground ball up the middle, softly hit to Rame. Gets it, and out number 3 at first. Bit low throw, but Lehman's able to dig it out. We'll be right back after the big train strand 2 in the bottom of the third, the only scoreless frame so far tonight for them.
All right, fans, we made it to our T-shirt.
So Ludlow will came in, for out of Chesapeake College for Southern Maryland. In that time, Austin Monahan was perfect through the first two and had some rough go-by in the third inning, as Yenli Nolasco will come up in this fourth. Be his first time up tonight. The only man who did not bat in the third for the Southern Maryland side. 9-3, it's a playoff elimination game on the Big Train Baseball Network. As first pitch in there, Monahan normally struggles with the walks, but got into 2-0 counts and then started giving up hits early into the at-bat. He's not conceded a walk today. Just 5 hits. Ground ball left side off the bat of Nolasco is foul. Quickly into an 0-2 count. Oh, 2. Pitch high, and Nolasco, who is 0 for 1 today, making his return in the lineup after an 0 for 4 day in Game 1. That pitch outside, 2-2 the count now. Hit in the air to center, well struck, back on its hack at the track. He goes to the wall, he leaps, but it goes off. Hack collects on the carom, but a standing double for Nolasco as the leadoff man gets aboard.
Just barely out of his glove there from Hack. He makes a really good adjustment to give himself the best play at that one. Not quite able to bring it down. It's a big hit, and the Senators are staying hot.
They have got control of the bats now after that silent first two. Monahan went through perfect. 3 up, 3 down in both innings as the double gives them a runner aboard with runners in scoring position as Adams, who got a second hit of the playoffs on the 3-2 count on pitch number 9 last time up. Strike 1 to him. A 1 bit low and a 1-1 count for Monahan out of Sterling, Virginia. He's one of many Virginia natives in this lineup. State College of Florida, I think he's returning there as well. He's a ground baller typically, but he's had 21 strikeouts in 20 innings, so that hook has been great. It's a curveball that he mixes in with a changeup cutter fastball combo.
Mentioned Monahan coming in as a reliever and honestly dealing a lot of strikeouts in those appearances. To find a couple more here.
1-2. Ground ball left side collected by Johnson. Nolasco will move over to third, and there's out number 1. Mason Adams, pretty good contact, but it'll roll on the ground over to the hot glove of Johnson, who's only made a second error last night, first of the season. Second, of the season. First one I don't even think should have been considered an error, but it was. It was a very tough play for Johnson that just got out at the end, and he had to force a throw very quickly, and it resulted in a overthrow of first base, as that was in June. 1-0. Foul backwards by Bryce Palms, Youngstown State pitcher, two-way player as well, and left tonight. He's 1 for 1, had that pretty well struck single in the second. Big swing and a miss on that one. 1-2 now.
Monahan looking for some more solutions. Done a good job getting ahead of a lot of batters, but not able to deliver that last strike.
1-2. Pitch missing low. It's interesting to see at the bottom of this lineup, we were seeing Kieran Kehoe earlier in the season. He had 10 games with a 600 OPS. Played last season for the Lumberjacks as Gramercy took a pretty hard foul ball there. He's trying to, I think, make sure he's all good. And looks like, actually, no, he was trying to get up there.
Some concern for Gramercy here. He's taking a second to get up.
Welcome back to Bethesda. It'll be Jack Gagan coming in for TJ Gramercy, who appeared injured. Thought it was maybe a leg injury. I think he just was unable to get up there and was taken out of the game accordingly. Which is the best for TJ. Tried to put himself back in the game because he is one of the toughest people in the world. Gagan get tested very early here. Panett coming in, and he makes a dazzling catch on that one on the 2-2. Doesn't skip a beat as the first pitch popped up on the infield, and Panett makes a great play on it.
Showing off a little for the fans there, but it's a great play by Panett. Makes a kind of diving lunge to his right side and gets the ball in his glove.
Jack Ewart comes up. 1 for 1 today. Had a single on an 0-2 count. Is that one in there? Fastball right on the outside part of the plate. Outside. 1-1 count as Gagan, who's just made his way into the game here, interestingly started last 2 games, had a bit of a cold spell with the bat, so they brought Gramercy back into home as Hack has found some success. That one dug out by Gagan with the runner at third. He stays there. It's Palms. 2-1 the count.
Hit in the air to right. Ewart puts a charge into it, but can't get too much more. Malvazio. It's out number 3. Big Train straight a runner at third on Big Train Baseball Network. Welcome back to the Big Train Baseball Network. It'll be Zach Malvazio who homered his last time up, leading off this fourth inning. As comes first pitch from Ludlow, and this one skied in the air in right. Anthony Nolasco, who's not a native right fielder, will get back and get the out over there at the track. He's been pitching all season, but he's come in as a DH and sometimes an outfielder. He does get the out there.
Well, both teams finding some more defense here as the start of the game started out really hot from the bats.
Logan Panett will be the man to tail. Malvazio in the leadoff spot in this fourth as that first pitch misses. 0 for 6 in these playoffs, has a walk and a strikeout. Did score earlier, and, 0 for 6 prior, and now he is 2 for 9. Single there as he reached earlier on a single, an RBI single, and he'll be the first base runner in the fourth.
Very good fielding play from Panett as well last inning.
J.C. Carpenter.
Does well to get himself back to first base.
How to bring up the likes of Casey Carpenter, the designated hitter. Strike one called on the outside corner. The 0-1 count now as Carpenter delivered a single of the RBI variety. This one popped up in the air. Could be a can of corn if Colerain was there, but Nolasco will have to come in on it. He will have out in 1 and 2 there with a runner on first.
Good hustle from Panett to get himself back there to first as he hit the lead. Let off pretty far on that hit. Got back in time so that he's still on first.
He did end up going quite far. 9-3 is the lead for Bethesda. Number 9, Cal Johnson, will come up. 11 hits for Bethesda, 6 for the side of the Senators, as ground ball right side is foul. Cal Johnson 1 for 2 today with an RBI single. That was Johnson's second hit of these playoffs, first RBI. Runner at first with 2 gone. Pitch way outside from Ludlow. And the 1-1 will be delivered with increased pressure here, as Ludlow does need to try and get as deep into this game as he can after a pretty disastrous start from Conrad, where he went through only 1.1 innings. Had the save yesterday, could not do much today as 9 runs scored against him. Outside and high, and Anderson thought about a pick back, but Panett was just standing on first already. Scoreless since the top of the third. Longest scoreless streak we've had in this ballgame. 2 frames, as that one is strike 2-2. Good breaking ball. It seems to be the only pitch right now that Conrad can place. Pitch low, gets away from Anderson as his block makes it go up the line, and not a stolen base. Panett did go naturally, but a wild pitch will move him to second.
Panett very aware of that one, using it to advance him to scoring position now. Johnson, opportunity to either get himself to first, be a hit or walk, full count.
Panett scored in that first inning, where they batted around. 3-2, he hits this one pop fly, and it'll end up in the stands. Fan nearly makes the catch in and out of the hands, and a young fan comes up with it on the ground.
Give that fan a contract.
Paul said, "Give that fan a contract," and the kid immediately made the "No, let's not do that" sign. Payoff pitch again. And a bit low, he walks Johnson. He'll have his way to first as the all-star bat and kind of playing ambush at 7th in the lineup will be the second base runner on with 2 outs. Here comes Foscolo, who's 1 for 2 on the day.
Foscolo had a couple of games of very good RBI work here near the end of the regular season, looking to replicate that now as
Lead not quite safe yet for the big train.
First pitch missing to Foscolo. A 2 RBI double. Kind of really blew this thing open as the Senators have tried to sneak their way back into it. 1-0 hit very well down the line. It is foul. Fair, it left the ballpark. Would have been a second home run of this season. And we made this game pretty much out of reach, I think, in the fourth. 11-3. 12-3, excuse me. I can do math, I promise.
Foscolo maybe knew off his bat that one probably was drifting foul as he ready for the next pitch.
Hit in the air to center. Very well struck. Ewert will watch it go. 12-3. He does it foul the first time. Second time is the charm. Ryan Foscolo, a 3-run bomb. Second of the year, and this game is really off the rails for the Senators.
I think it's the first time we've seen at Shirley Povich one team hit 3 home runs in a game. Foscolo, the third of that tonight, following Malvasio and Gonzalez tonight. Could have picked 3 players on their pick to click and gotten lucky so far.
Yeah, the 3 options for pick to click have all gone deep, so you literally could not have gone wrong. The 3 options were Gonzalez, Malvasio, and as that bunt is fouled, Foscolo. They had to choose one of 3 of those players to make a impact tonight on the variety of a home run or a single, and both of those players have hit a extra base hit that of the home run variety as well as a single. Oh, 1. Ludlow, after giving up that home run, a quick 0-2 count to Hack.
Really well done from Foscolo on a full count. Excuse me, not on a full count, but with 2 outs there.
Hit in the air foul. Hack stays alive.
So a home run, 3-run home run, a 2-run home run, and a solo shot. Trainer on the home run cycle watch as they try and go for a grand slam to complete that. 0-2. Ludlow trying to end the inning here. Had 2 outs, nobody on, and just more and more base runners as that is the 4th man aboard here. Since that 2-out mark, Will Hack is single. It's a second hit of the night.
Number 19, Jack David.
Well, we've already mentioned how the hitting kind of becomes contagious for the big train. Continuing to stay the case here as home run is followed up by a single. Jack Gagan, who came in as a replacement from TJ Grammister after he went down with, seemed like maybe a concussion.
First pitch missed.
Have our numbers for this home run after the pitch.
Ludlow back to first, and the pickoff attempt not in time as Hack is tagged fair. Another 3-run inning, like the second.
97 miles per hour off the bat from Foscolo, went 403 feet.
You know, and launch angle I'm curious about because that one may have not gone over the wall. Launch angle on the one previous may not have gone over the wall. That one, though, was a moonshot. 2-0. Got right over the wall in center. You do have to hit it about 400 to get it over the center field wall, or about 386, I think, was the closest. 2-0, runner goes, and Hack will... Wow. Caught by a mile. He's very quick, but Anderson, probably the best throw he's had all season to catch him. Out number 3. We'll be right back in the Big Train Baseball Network.
After 4, your score is the Big Train 12, the Senate.
Austin Monahan will return to the mound in this fifth inning here on the Big Train Baseball Network. He's been scathed with 3 runs, but they give 3 back to him. He has a 9-run lead again. 12-3, the Big Train well on their way to the ship. It's up to the Senators to try and put together some crazy offense, put themselves back into this game. Bullpen we have not seen of Bethesda, and they've been hard enough on Monahan to kind of take him out probably after this inning or next. They need to get to this bullpen if they want any chance. Big Train bullpen was flaky when they had that 18-run inning because they got past the starter and just wreaked havoc over 4 relievers in 1 inning. 0-2 count.
They've avoided the scary 9-0 look that they remember all too well, but it's still a 9-run lead now as they have stretched it again from 6.
Comes the 0-2 as time called actually by Fulford. Fulford is 0 for 2 today. He has led the team and league in stolen bases, though tonight to do that he'll have to get on, and it's been a tough task against Monahan, who's been hitting very well. Hit on the ground and foul. 0-2 still. Fulford more survival swings here as Headley pitch number 5. Monahan pounding the zone. We talked about that as his key to win today. Big Train trying to keep dancing in these playoffs. If they win tonight, they face their probably main rival only. Just a 20-minute drive, the closest team to Bethesda. Not the closest team for only, as they are 8 minutes from Gaithersburg. Well, most players are 8 minutes from Gaithersburg. As the 1-2 is missed. Right there, and he looked like he may have gone around, but Fulford catches a break there. Oh, wait, no, it's like 20 minutes. I apologize. They're on 2 opposite sides of those towns.
Not too far from each other, but it's about from the ballparks, 15 to 20 minutes.
Silver Spring is 20 minutes from DC as this one hit really well into the gap. Gonna get down. Fulford will try and round for 2 as they make a theatrical play out there. Both of them synchronized. Tried to go for the ground ball. Their gloves clinked, and silly season as a leadoff double again. A leadoff single with an error, but I guess it doesn't get into anybody's gloves, so who are you going to call the error on?
A difficult one there. Just miscommunication between the Big Train players out in the field allows for a double by the Senators man.
So the leadoff man on, James Lehman, the first baseman, has had some defensive woes tonight. Trying to get his way back. He's probably cost them maybe a run or 2 with that tough play over there at first, which I'm not sure was on him, in full fairness. It may have had a bad bounce off the lip, but it looked like he may have slipped. And it hasn't rained. It's been dry as a bone here in Bethesda for a few days now. 1-0. Outside. Heavy hands as Lehman knee buckled there. Did not want to get hit by that. Was worried it was going to break a bit more on the inside corner. Bethesda 9 runs in those first 2 innings and 3 apiece in 3, 3rd, and 4 for both sides as Senators just can't keep up. 2-0 in there, strike called.
Senators maybe sensing a bit that this is the moment they have and get some more back here.
Fouled backwards, 2-2. Fans getting into it. Really want to see them go down here. Want their Big Train to have their way to the final tonight. Best of 3 series. We would start tomorrow, assuming there is no rain out, but it is a 97% chance to rain. At Olney, which is where that ball game would be a radio broadcast if we advance. Never know. Even up 12-3. 2-2.
Hit in the air to center, and it's going to be very high hit. Malvazio is able to get there. He makes a throw, a frozen rope to third. Can he catch him? No, the tag not in time from Panette. Kind of a slower swing from Lehman. He barreled it, but did not do anything. He was trying to just survive on that, and I think it broke into his bat.
So that ball, as you mentioned, a lot of height underneath it. Seeming like it might have power to get out, but did just kind of hang up there in front of the center right fielder.
I mean, I thought he was going to destroy that thing, but he doesn't even finish his swing. Still gets pretty far towards the gap. This one sawed off, as this one will actually end up foul. Into the seats as an 0-1 count now to Cole Rame, who had a 2 RBI double in the third. He's been easily the best hitter for the Senators this season in the playoffs. Coming into tonight, he had himself an OPS in the 800s. Even better now is the 0-1 up the middle. It's his third RBI. A base hit scores Fulford, and it's 12-4.
Well, the only way you can get yourself back from a deficit is from chipping away at one at a time. Senator is doing exactly that so far.
From the depths, Senators need to come back here. 8-run deficit. Not the largest it's been, not the smallest it's been after an inning, as still maybe more here in this lineup to go. Hayes watches strike one on the outside part of the plate. Monahan likely close to done if he doesn't get through this inning cleanly anymore. 0-1. Runner goes to second. Gagan, a good throw on it, but it's just not in time. Bounces first, and an 0-2 count, but a runner now in scoring position for Hayes. He is 1 for 2 tonight. RBI single in the third.
Good job by Hayes to put a little more pressure on the Big Train defense. Confidently leading off after stole to second.
0-2 ground ball. It's a tough one for right. He bobbles it, throw to first. Got it. Out number 2 on a tough play, but he hit it hard enough that Wright had time to adjust on his mistake. Out number 2 collected, courtesy of Hayes to move the runner over, though.
Number 20, Zach Anderson.
Interesting moment for the Big Train coaching staff. So they'll see how long they can have Monahan in this. Obviously, you need to do what you need to win this game first, but you start thinking about the next games against Olney as well.
Likely we will see one of the starters who has not yet gone. Ketchum, the only person with starts who has not yet pitched on this Big Train staff remaining. 0-1 outside. Probably another day or two till Hoagland can go. Maybe we'll see the likes of Hoagland in Game 1 if there's a rain out tomorrow. Counts 1-1. Anderson a homer yesterday. Hit well into the gap and right. It is going to get down for extra bases. Anderson rounding. Digging into second. He will have a standing double and an RBI at that. 12-5. Senators making sure that this one isn't going to be quiet from their side in the top of the fifth.
That one gets to the warning track. Hit there. As mentioned, the Senators, they want the opportunity for a championship here, and sensing they've got an opportunity, doing everything they can to fight and claw, stay within reach of this one.
First pitch now will be delivered to Yenli Nolasco, who is fresh off that double in the last inning, which led things off. Did he go? No, he did not. 1-0. Only bested Metro South County 2-0. A very dominant series. 4-4 against the Crop Dusters. The Big Train where this season is a big wave again. 3-3. As that one for Nolasco, a hook that Monahan has got going tonight. Time called. Ump wants to check the scorecard. Nobody up in the bullpen of the Senators. You can probably assume it'll be Ryan Ludlow, the second Ryan to pitch today for them, will be making his way back to the mound. 1-1 count to Yenli Nolasco, one of 3 pitchers in this lineup. All 3 of their two-way players an opportunity to change tonight. 1-1 lined into the side of Panette. He gets it off the ground, and a tough play. Gonzalez hasn't even gotten over to first by the time Panette threw it, but he still makes the scoop. They score 2, but the Big Train stalled another at second. We'll be right back on the Big Train Baseball Network. So it's going to be Aiden Key out of Keystone College in Wilmington, Delaware. 10 ERA today, coming into tonight, as he's got 9 innings pitched and 16 earned runs given, Zach.
9th appearance. He has 7 strikeouts, so not really too many in his appearances so far.
First pitch very outside. Wilmington, Delaware. I believe in southern Delaware, or northern Delaware, excuse me. Very northern Delaware, just on the border of New Jersey / Philadelphia. I have a friend from there, my roommate. That's where he lives, as that one misses high. 2-0 count to Jack Gagan in his first plate appearance, technically. He saw 2 pitches before runner was caught stealing for the 3rd out of the inning.
Big Train since there. That one hit hard.
Smash it up the middle, and Jack Ewert will slide to get it. Well struck by Gagan, but it's out number 1.
Number 27, Brandon Wright.
It'll be Brennan Wright now, who's 2 for 2 today with a walk. Very good night so far to lead and keep this Big Train team rolling. One of only 2 batters who have seen the day, or 3 batters now who have seen the plate. There's been a total of 10 different players who've seen the plate, with TJ Gramercy leaving with injury, who do not have an RBI. Out of the starting lineup, 2 through 9 have all accumulated at least 1.
Liner into left, just out of the glove of Hayes. Brandon Wright is rounding for second. Fulford with a great play on it. It'll keep him honest, but not much more. A double for Wright as he smashes it through the glove of Hayes.
Yeah, it just tips off Hayes' glove there over at third and into the left field. Wright runs hard around first, gets himself standing to second base.
So Emilio Gonzalez, the man now.
He's already 1 for 3 today with a 2-run homer in the 2nd inning. It's part of a 3-run second. has a runner in second base as Brennan Wright scoring position for the All-Star. 4 All-Stars to start this lineup out. Then Logan Panette, Casey Carpenter, who is in a All-Star sandwich between Panette and Malvazio and Johnson, excuse me. The 1-0. Foul as he turns on one but can't put it forward. Some hard contact on the first 2 batters. Gagan, unfortunately, was caught up the middle, but the key is already given up a few runs to Bethesda this season. Last time out against the team that lost in the semis, he had a 2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 4 earned runs. It's been the walks that did him in there, but mainly it's been the hits this season. 18 allowed in the regular season, as we see postseason. It's also having that issue. Smashed up the middle, and a base hit will get down. They will let Brennan Wright try and dig to home. Fulford gets the cut, and it is 13-5. Bethesda will not let them back in this game as another RBI for Emilio Gonzalez.
Well, I guess that's why it's called scoring position there at second. Gonzalez hits it hard enough that Wright's legs will take him all the way through. Gets past home plate, and 13 runs for the big train.
So Zach Malvazio will come up with a runner on first. His teammate Emilio Gonzalez just drove in 1. Make the score 13-5. They've got 15 hits. They've only had 10 before tonight. As this one ground ball right side, there's 16. Gonzalez will round to second. Nolasco took a terrible beat on it. He wasn't looking. Zachary Malvazio will round for 3. Gonzalez will head home. And if we're not on cycle watch, I don't know what is. A triple and a homer already today for Malvazio as he drives home another run and things out of hand. Can he get there before this game goes to mercy?
Gonzalez digs in well and gets himself all the way from first to scoring. We mentioned kind of a misplay there with that ball that just chopped and into the back side of the warning track. Malvazio having himself a good night.
First pitch missing high to Logan Panette. Has a runner now on third. 14-5 tonight's ball game. Has been back and forth, blow for blow. Neither of these teams really trying to let it go, but the Big Train delivered a 9-run knockout punch in innings 1 and 2. One. Big Train of the lower seeds from Olney. It's a 9-run lead. We're going to say it as if they are going to win tonight. They've actually had similar scores since the third inning. Both teams have put up 5 since then. Unfortunately, there was 9 plated by the Big Train in the first 2. 2-1. Fouled off of Panette's foot, 2-2. Notably, Big Train are the lower seed, so they'll go on the road to Olney for Game 1 tomorrow should the result hold at 14-5 or any kind of win.
Well, I might be one of the only people who is maybe not as upset as others, as that ballpark is right next to my house. Still would have been nice to have games at Shirley Povich. 2 of them at least for that playoff series, but we will get 1 no matter what if we win.
Well, 2 is never guaranteed. If one team wins 2 games, as that one is sawed off down the line, foul. If one team wins both games, then there isn't much of a double home game for anybody. Gets rid of that home field advantage. The Big Train, if they can win it only on tomorrow, will have the chance to win a 4th title in the last 4 years and a 8th title in the last 9, going for their 2nd four-peat. They have eliminated the Senators 2 seasons in a row as Panette teed off into left. That baby's gonna go. No, it won't. Off the wall. I am unsure what the ruling is on that. It goes sideways off of the pole, hits the top of the wall, and stays in. How about that?
Defense doing everything it could to keep that one in the ballpark. Doesn't quite get through. Does bring in another run for the big train and a double for Logan Panette, who hit that ball really well to left.
So that is perfectly hit to keep it in. I have never seen that one, and Nolasco in left did not either. Apologies. And an RBI double makes it 15-5. Thought it was the fourth homer of the night, but instead it is a double.
Panette maybe a little confused himself, but that one didn't get out.
1-0, and Casey Carpenter swings through that one.
We mentioned it earlier, but it does just feel completely different from the other two playoff games that we've had in the series, both here and away at Regency Furniture Stadium.
Pitch clock violation called, I believe, or a warning. Some kind of warning was just called. Maybe a timeout from the other side. Maybe not a warning, as Carpenter only had a single hand on that bat and swung through it. Kind of lost his grip on the downward motion of the swing and still fouled that ball off and got the full follow-through. I think if he had barreled that would have probably gotten off the bat like he had two hands on it. Quite the silly night. 15-5. Run rule is 12 after 7 in the now bottom of the fifth here on Bethesda. That one missing a little bit inward on Carpenter.
It's a little too inside. Break not happening at the end there to bring it back into the zone.
Inclement weather in the Midwest today heading our way. We'll see what happens tomorrow with the game. 2-2.
Absolutely destroyed foul. I think that one... wow. I actually genuinely believe that ball may have gone 410 to 420 feet. It left the pickleball courts, which go about another 30 feet beyond the wall and left, or beyond left.
2-2. Outside, and a full count for Carpenter, who we've seen him this season. He's got a tendency to, when he does get a hit, it goes a long way. This season, he had 6 doubles before he ever got a single. Out of UNC Wilmington. As that one's a walk. Also walks quite a bit. That is his 24th of the season if you're including regular season appearances. And the Big Train have had everything on the scorebook so far, it feels like. Had that initial out, and Aiden Key with a 10 ERA coming into tonight has certainly kept up that habit, unfortunately for him, of not being able to find pitches in the zone or anywhere but down Broadway. Big Train to put up quite a performance on Broadway so far tonight.
Well, I think that walk is maybe one of the reasons he's in the lineup tonight. He's been a very patient hitter, as well as he said, hits a lot of doubles, and Big Train needing someone who's going to be very good getting on base was not able to come up with that in their last 2 games. So the reason that Casey Carpenter is in the lineup tonight.
Pretty consistently was, as Cal Johnson slugs one foul. But notably, for Carpenter, it seemed that throughout this kind of playoff in this early or late part of the season, he got hurt right as Panette came back. And that is pretty much his first game back. He's been DHing, playing third and first whenever he's needed to, but had a few days off in the last week of the season and the first 2 games. It's been a well-worthy bat here tonight. Ahead of Cal Johnson in the lineup, he's 1 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. As Johnson himself, 1 for 2 with an RBI and a walk. And an 0-2 count here. He struck out very little this year. A lot of work done in 0-2. Hit on the ground and foul. Caught by the first base coach. Makes a good play on it for them. They'll try and get more balls. Actually, interesting point tonight. The ball boys of the Senators and Big Train, Lucas, our ball boy, his older brother of 2 years, is the ball boy tonight for the Senators. 0-2.
That one gets away from the catcher Anderson, and
from one runner in scoring position now to two for Cal Johnson.
Might just shift his mentality a little bit here as he only has one out. Now a perfect opportunity to bring somebody home as he has Panette on third.
Wild pitch moves everybody over. Another 3-run inning for the Big Train. Through 5 frames so far, they've scored in all but one. 6-3-0-3 in the middle of 3 right now, potentially more. Only one out, 1-2 to Johnson. Key trying to shut the door and keep it locked, but Cal Johnson hits a pretty hard ball into center. He got just under it. It'll be enough to score a run. 16-5 in this ball game as we're nearing the mark of death for the Senators, which would be 12. If we end the 7th inning at a lead of 12 for Bethesda, that will be the ball game. Sacrifice fly is the second RBI tonight for Johnson.
Well, he does his job there as bring somebody home, and well hit, but not quite enough underneath it as it gets up and underneath the glove of the center fielder there. Does score another run. Lead is now 2-11 for the Big Train.
Really huge news, actually, for the Senators today. Bubbles did get here. It is their home run celebration, kind of, as ground ball from Foscolo collected by Fulford. He slips over to third. He tries to get Foscolo sleeping, or Carpenter sleeping, excuse me, but he's wide awake as Foscolo over there to first. That'll be a single, as things have just not gone well tonight for the Senators in any sense.
No, and we've used the term comedy of errors before. That one, another one where he's made the play, he's going to throw it, and his plant foot just completely slips underneath him, not able to turn it into an out at first, and the inning is extended for the Big Train.
16-5. Our ball game score. Eliminating run for the Senators is on third. If they let another run in and end the 7th inning without scoring, that will be it for their season. They've been eliminated 2 times in the last 2 years by the Big Train. 2 years ago it was in the championship. A year ago it was in the semifinals. It's a big hack from Hack there. That was unintentional. Key is the only man standing between the Big Train and that house. He is just ahead of the doormat. Going to be a tough lock to break for Key. 1-1. Slugged up the middle, and that one will get down. 17-5 your score. Runner headed over to third as well as Hack to second. Foscolo will take the place of Carpenter, who scored, and Will Hack moves on his way on the double.
It's a great double from Hack, who has caught fire a little bit more in these playoffs. Good to see him getting a few more base hits under him. That one, an extra base hit, gets himself to second. They will meet on the mound now for the Senators.
Not the score the Sens were hoping for. 17-5. I mean, it's so shocking, to say the very least.
Well, the Big Train had all the momentum in the first game. It kind of even died out at the end of that first match. They were up by 6 runs early, and then it kind of petered off. The Senators were able to get 2 back, not do enough there, and that momentum that the Senators took at the end of the first kind of went into that second game a good amount, and after those last few innings in the first game for the Big Train, they haven't really found any sort of success in the bats until they started out in the very first bottom of the first here and just started with complete new energy.
So that'll be the day for Key. Unable to do anything as the Big Train certainly left that door unlocked. We'll be right back on the Big Train Baseball Network. He's only able to get 2 outs. .2 gives up 5, all earned. Big Train had as many hits as the Senators had in the playoffs coming into tonight. So Jack Gagan will come up a second time in this ball game for him. Dawson Weatherold out of Mount Aloysius, a Newburgh, Maryland native, will have it there. I did not say that right.
Aloysius?
Yeah, bingo. As Jack Gagan destroys a ball. A foul. Oh, my goodness. It's been a hit party for the Big Train tonight. As I was saying, 19 hits this game. That was as many as the Senators had coming into tonight. They played an extra game, keep in mind, as they defeated Silver Spring Tacoma 3-1. 19 hits tonight for Bethesda.
Weatherold is on the mound for the Senators. 15.2 innings pitched. This will be his 13th game, all relieving. ERA of 6.89, whip of 1.85, 12 earned runs given up, and just 6 strikeouts.
Fresh horse out of the pen is a ground baller. 2 outs, just need 1 soft contact. Gagan doesn't give it to him. Liner into right field's a base hit. 1 runner will score. They'll keep him at the corners here with 2 outs as the party continues. 18-5 now.
Well, another wave of Big Train hitting crashing over the Senators. They are really struggling to find a way to get on top of this one.
So Gramisty leaves with injury during the 4th. As Gagan comes up, he is now 8 of 10 batters to have earned an RBI tonight. This is a destruction of a ball club. The Big Train are well on track, you might say. Engine is full, momentum high as they will head to only should they win. 1-0, can of corn, but pretty far to the outfield, and it gets out of the glove of Fulford. Palms does not call him off, and they didn't even look at where the throw was coming from. Out into the right side. Things still unraveling for the Senators. A runner comes home. It is an unprecedented thing there. 19-5, a runner on 3rd and 2nd. Gagan really had to get on his horse when the throw went right through his legs.
Senators frustrated all over the defense as just feels like so many moments that have just been misfires in this game. Things just really not going their way. Wright Jollington is back over at second, reaching after some errors from the Senators. Man still on third for the Big Train.
Ground ball, right side, hit by Gonzalez. He will gingerly walk over, not due to injury. 19-5, 2 runs are stranded, but, only 7 come across. The Big Train have taken full control of Game 3 of the semifinals. After the 7th, if this score holds, it will be over. We'll be right back.
So we get Bradley Gagan now pitching to his brother Jack. The first time it's happened this season. I don't think it's happened before if I was here.
Maybe you weren't here on the game. We have seen it once for actually just a couple of pitches.
We get a full inning of work for the first time, hopefully.
Yes.
As it'll be a new batter. They're going to try and add some spark to this lineup. Southern Maryland will pinch hit the likes of Ben Rollison out of Oswego, New York. That's near Syracuse. Not that near, or really at all. It's like within an hour, I'm pretty sure. 19-5, Big Train lead. Rollison will come in with a pretty short regular season. He came in during the second half. 11 games. He had a 464 OPS as a catcher natively at the Oswego State for the Lakers. 1-0. Pitch fouled backwards. Bradley Gagan, the man on tonight, of course, as a replacement for Monahan, who had himself a pretty solid day through 5 innings. Only allowed 3 runs and 9 hits. Or 5 runs, on 9 hits. Did his job in carrying as many innings as he could to keep the bullpen fresh for only tomorrow, as this one popped right side. Gonzalez chasing. It's just out of play. It bounces into the kids' fun zone.
So it hits the very edge railing there and takes a fun bounce up and over the fans. As mentioned, Monahan's night on paper, maybe not looking like the most successful thing, but what you have to do when your team is up is you have to have them score less than your team, and he does exactly that.
Yeah, 19's a pretty good cushion. He'll be in control of the win. I would guess that decision will stay as, right into the kneecap of Rollison. He'll walk pretty gingerly over to first. His jersey is probably as well size too big. Wow, that is actually a really big jersey on Rollison. I'm just noticing that now. But it's Joe Todd who's going to pinch hit for the Lanks on their side of Bryce Palms. Joey Todd out of Richard Bland. Second pitch hitter as he breaks his bat on a half swing up the middle. Wright will have a tough play on it. And a glove flip. How about that? You got to give your flowers to this Big Train team who we saw some struggling offense and defense in games 1 and 2. They come to game 3 and dismantle the Senators any way they can. Wright, great play in the field there.
It's a great little flip from Wright. Really impressive. He makes the toss of the glove as there's no time for the transfer of the hand. You mentioned the Big Train coming out and winning this one. I think there's several veterans on this team and just guys who want to be part of a winning culture.
You were to screamer down the right field line. They just want to win. It's kind of the mentality Brendan Wright was talking about. They want to win as a team, and they want to do it as soon as possible. They want to go into only tomorrow, pretty much break them down and come back to Shirley Povich on what would be Wednesday and win. They want this season to be over, but they don't want it to come without a chip. They're trying to speed run another championship, if you will. Breaking ball, well struck by Jack Ewert. Out number 2 at first as Rollison, moves over to third.
So Gagan, some good work here, pitching to soft contact. That's kind of his MO as well. Good defensive plays behind him, backing him for his first 2 outs.
So the Senators have a total of 9 hits tonight. Hit in the air, and it's going to end up in the glove of Malvasio. Out number 3, Big Train stranded a runner on third. Offense still silent as they leave now. Only 4 runners on base. It's been pretty tough tonight for their side. So Gabriel Rodriguez will have the mound. He is out of Arecibo in the Puerto Rico territory of the United States. He is committed to Bethany Lutheran and will have a 19-5 deficit to hold on to. Played a lot this season. He's been a bulk reliever, and this could be his last appearance of the year out of Carlos Beltran Baseball Academy, Zach.
Yeah, it's his 11th relieving appearance. Giving up 21 earned runs and 9 strikeouts, so not quite the return he's wanted out of his Southern Maryland season so far.
He's one of 3 players in this entire league not born in the mainland United States. As ground ball backwards. Ethan Adams on his team is another one who was born in Anchorage, and Big Train, if they win tonight, will play Donis Rodriguez, who is out of Mao in the Dominican Republic. He's the only international player.
Hit in the air to left. Zach Malvazio. That thing is absolutely destroyed. His second homer of the night. Screw the cycle. He's going to go around 4 again. Touch them all, Malvazio. He's earned it.
Well, Malvazio there reminds everyone why he's the home run leader of this league. Has had an incredible season.
11 on the year, second of the night. How about that? I'm just going to go to the elimination game, and I think I'm going to have, 2 solo shots, a triple. It's really a guy with Malvazio who you want to see do well. He had a little bit of an injury that was dealing with earlier in this series, and after going 0 for 8 in the first 2 games, he has single-handedly smashed pretty much through this wall. 20-5. Keep in mind, as we are in the bottom of the 6th, after the 7th ends, the mercy rule is 12-5. That is a score for our bat boy, Lucas, over his brother. He is the first bat boy tonight to give a ball back to the umpire. The 0-1 now for Rodriguez. Just outside. He left that ball right over the middle to Zach Malvazio. It's his second multi-homer game of the year. It is the Big Train's third multi-homer game of the year from a singular player. The other one was Cal Johnson. 2 of those games against the DC Grays, who weirdly, Big Train did not play well against this season. 1-1. Panette just destroyed one. It is just foul. Sinks right below the foot of the fence. Last time up, he had that double that ricocheted off the side of the pole in the center field wall. You can kind of see it where it drops right there in left center. Hit it off that left center wall. It went ricocheting to the left side of it. 1-2. Panette up the middle. It's a worm burner, and it gets through. A single and a homer to start off this 6th inning. Big Train looking to add as many on as they can.
Panette, very good hitting night from him, and has made several plays from the defensive side of the ball as well. Centers still don't really have an answer from the mound for the Big Train bats.
So Parker Corbin will pinch hit here for Casey Carpenter. Carpenter's day will end at 1 for 3 with a walk and an RBI as double play ball for Rame. Did Corbin beat it? No, he did not. That's out 1 and 2. Corbin, a ground ball right up the middle, a little slow. And Rame makes the second solo double play.
Double plays happening quite often in this series for the Senators.
It's their 6th.
Grab 2 outs quickly here. See if they can at least survive another inning. Try to bring some hits in the top of the 7th.
Kieran Coleman into right. It's a line drive and caught. Make a brief note. Coleman, we had his stats wrong. 13 strikeouts on his year at Northeast Mississippi. Not 13, not 71. He was very good last year. Welcome back to Bethesda. So 20-5, it'll be Jordan Capuano on for the... He'll hold the lead at 15, or at least try to. If this half inning ends, it's ball game. Big Train have just been mowing it down on the offensive end. Any pitcher they see, they come into contact with. Their bats have been hot. Hard to keep the lumber away from the baseball for the Senators, as this bill has not passed. It'll die in the house of the Big Train.
Capuano, this will be his 11th relieving appearance with the Big Train this season. 14.2 innings pitched, an ERA of 12.86, whip of 2.45, 21 earned runs with 20 strikeouts.
Shout out to everybody who's been on board with us to this point. It's top of the 7th inning. If this is 3 up, 3 down, or any 3 outs here, as this one is clobbered into center by James Lehman, and Hack at the track gets there. Gold glove center fielder for sure. If you were to give an award to somebody in this league, Hack would definitely be deserving.
He absolutely would. He does a really good job. His footwork is especially excellent in there in center. Reads the ball really well and adjusts quickly to give himself the best chance at every ball hitting over there.
Big Train. Been very good this season. And nothing like this. First one misses a bit low. So 2 homers on the day for Zach Malvazio, the only Big Train to ever go for 3 homer games. Marcus Taylor and Jason Schiavone. Neither of those happened at home. They were 20 years apart. As ground ball left side by Ray. Kieran Coleman, the defensive replacement, over to first, and a tough throw, but good stretch by Gonzalez, gets the second out.
A couple things moved around to freshen this one up. As Coach Sal is already looking ahead a little bit to what would be tomorrow's game at Olney.
Home run record in a singular season is 16. Malvazio and Wright would have to hit 5 in the next 2 games if he wants to tie it, but who knows? Anything could happen, as first pitch from Capuano in there for a strike against Jackson Hayes. It's been a demolition, 22 hits, 2 homers for Malvazio and a triple. A homer as well for Gonzalez, and Cal Johnson was driven in by a Foscolo home run. A lot of good hits all around. 0-2, down to the final strike of the season.
Really great pitch there from Capuano. It has some really nasty movement on it. Starts definitely inside of the zone and drops quickly low and outside.
0-2. Swing and a miss. Capuano blows it by him. So 20-5, the Bethesda Big Train. They have an opportunity to do what no team in this league has ever done before. 2 4-peats in 9 seasons. They'll have a shot. Ball game 1 to be tomorrow at Olney. The radio broadcast, we will have to see what is in order. The Big Train, more ejections against Olney in those 2 teams, by those 2 teams, than any team other in the league. It'll be interesting to see. Hot contested matchup here on the Big Train Baseball Network coming up as it's game over for the Senators, Zach.
Well, this one, not maybe what we expected going in, but it is what we expected the Big Train. They're in the championship again. They're going for a second 4-peat in 9 years. They will have it all to play for in Olney starting tomorrow.
What a ball game. Big Train are led by great hitting Malvazio. Cherry on top is that solo shot. We'll be right back tomorrow. Stay tuned. It's the Cal Ripken Senior League Finals. Big Train, a championship again for Sal. He has never, ever missed the championship except in a single season of his first. We'll see you tomorrow, likely at 6, maybe at 7. Stay tuned.